Hello everyone, my name is Sophie. Thank you for joining me on Shared Lantern Tarot. I did a reading, two readings, on the shooting at the press supper thingy last night. And I wanted to share everything with you, but I did say things that I shouldn't, like mainly names. So I'm re-recording something here. One of the things, I'm not going to mix the cards or anything like that because it would not be a good idea. But I'm going to show you some cards that may make sense to you. Okay, when I did my yes no spread, I'm sorry, I'm sick, so sick, and it's difficult for me to read. When I did my yes no reading, I got my Wheel of Fortune was in the no, but the question I asked was, did somebody plan this as a fake shooting to help Trump? And it was the Wheel of Fortune. As you know, the answer comes in the position of the Wheel of Fortune, and the answer was in the no, but. So the first two cards that I got was the Four of Cups. So when you look at the present position, or just before the shooting, Trump went to Mar-a-Lago to think on things because he is dead in the water or the swamp, and he needed to manage things. Okay, and then someone came up to him and communicated something very juicy that had its worth on gold, and they knew that there was someone in the hotel planning to shoot him. So the guy was out in the cold before anything happened, but he didn't even know it because an idea came to plan. And that idea was, let's not stop the guy, or let's stop the guy just before he gets into the room. That was not a good idea because this poor guy got arrested. He was not hurt, but someone else was hurt. I have a feeling it was friendly fire. Was it an accident or not? I don't know. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And that is what I mean by the no but. Like I said, I have a feeling that they knew they were going to get a shooter in the house, and they didn't stop him. They followed him, and just before he got to a point where it became dangerous, which was from the get-go, really, they said to arrest him then. So then I did a Celtic Cross reading. Now I need your help with something. I'm not going to use clarifiers because that made me speak and say names, but I'd be interested in finding out what you think. I'm sorry. So, like I said, the Celtic Cross, the question was, what is going to be the outcome on this shooting? The outcome investigation. Is someone going to take the fall or not? And my feeling was, upon reading the cards, this was it was not a random shooting. It was someone that hired that guy. Now, this is tarot, okay? This is for entertainment purposes only, so keep that in mind. And If I name any names, please tell me right away so I can shut down the video. Okay, in the main position, I get the Wheel of Fortune. You know how we say that the commander in orange is there for a reason. He's there to help us grow, help us get to a new, get the world into a new position. Makes me sick to think about it, but it is what it is. So I think that this needed to happen as well. It was fate. What's coming across it is, I believe, that's the FBI. The FBI was the FBI being pissed off at what they had to do. It was dangerous. It could have killed somebody. Fortunately, everybody got out somewhat okay. There was one person who was hurt, but but let's not forget about the people that were in the ballroom. Many of those people were people who had PTSD from the January 6th a long time ago. Some people who were part of high school shooting or had lost someone to a mass shooting, and people who might end up with PTSD from this. It is scary being shot at. At least I assume it is. I've never been shot at, but I'm sure I'd be scared, very, very scared. At the bottom of the reading, we have the strength card, and I just want to mention there is a lion there. For those of you who don't know, most of you, if not all of you, do. Just referring to you. I'm referring to you here because I see it somewhere else. And this event, basically, they took it and used it to reverse this situation here that they were in. Because, let's face it, guys, I'm wondering sometimes if you didn't go to Mar-a-Lago to think about maybe I should abdicate the throne. But then this ended this situation of death and brought in a new beginning. But it is in the past position. So this is a card that has an influence on the whole reading. And I think this is a card that helped influence the situation where they decided to let the guy go ahead up to a certain point. Do you remember the press conference right after? It was less than 30 or about 30 minutes after the shooting. Do you remember that? Do you remember people smiling? A whole lot of people were smiling. Kash Patel, Exeth, who else? Oh, there were all kinds of people from the Commander in Orange's cabinet that were smiling, very happy about things. They were happy. At the head of the reading, they were happy. Something is going to happen because somebody is going to walk away from the whole thing. Is it the shooter? Is it the Commander in Orange who's going to wash himself off the whole thing and say, I didn't know. What's going to happen? That is in the short future. Now, the unconscious thought is this guy here. I put it in reverse because it's not retiring in solitude to think about things. It is being isolated. Okay? So, this person is being isolated. The shooter is being put in isolation, I think. Now here you have, this is an interesting card because here you have the Page of Cups. And with this Page of Cups, you see the fish talking in the ear of the page. There is going to be an informant coming out with, maybe in an anonymous way or not, coming out and saying, we knew about this, we should have acted, but we didn't because we had the order not to. Aha. Now, here's the card that I want to talk to you about. I see lions everywhere and salamander, but I also want to see the word lion in French. Lion. It could also mean Léon, which is a name, or Leo, which is a name. This was, I see also his clock here. I see it as leopard spots on his cloak, sorry. Now, sometimes I look at the images on the card, or I feel I need to look at the images on the card before the meaning of the card. And this is where I need your help. This is telling us who hired them. There's a lot of information there. I told you, sorry about that. Told you I needed to say the word in French. I see salamander and I see leopard spots. What else do I see on this? Oh yeah, the butterflies. They're leaves. There are 3 leaves, but I see them as butterfly on the wand. Le poteau. What else can I tell you about this? This here, I don't know if you can see it. There's this here, the chain or the necklace. This is a coat of arms. This is a lot of things. So this is making me wonder who or what ordered this shooting. And then I got my answer and I said the name, but I can't I can't say it now because that would get me in a whole lot of trouble. But here the rabbit, I see it as a skeleton. This person is a lady that speaks. I apologize again. I was distracted by a phone call from my brother, who happens to be upstairs. This is the person. This person speaks several languages. And she's they are in a situation right now where information is being leaked by the commander in orange and his team, and they are very pissed off. That is all I'm going to say. If you feel that what I've just said is putting me in a difficult situation, please let me know. I don't want to put myself in a difficult situation because I don't want to be sued. But that's basically it. Hopefully you're able to hear everything that I've said. My voice is raspy, and I want to apologize for not having been doing videos lately. I've had to do a lot of soul searching because doing geopolitical reading at this time with the commander in orange in the White House drains my energy, and I want to raise my vibration, and I decided that I was going to continue doing them, but I'll try to move away from that unless it's really bad. And then I've been sick, like you wouldn't believe it. It's been going on 3 weeks, I think 2-3 weeks, and I'm just now starting to be able to talk without coughing my lungs out. So, yeah. Anyway, you have a good one. May God bless you, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.